Forbes, when I tell people that I specialize in posture, the first thing they do is pull their shoulders back and sit up straight, right? I saw you do it, Forbes, right when we got started. I don't want to say anything, but so
You didn't want to say anything.
yeah.
Welcome to Extraordinary Stories. I'm your host, Forbes Shannon, with me as always,
Christine Butler.
And today we have an awesome guest, two guests if you count his buddy in the background. I'm really excited for you all to meet the one and only guy who's just found his niche, and it's something that we all need. Posture guy Mike. Thank you for being here,
Thank you so much
man.
for that amazing intro. I appreciate that. Forms and Christine, it's a pleasure to be on this podcast. And shout out to Dean, who recommended me and referred me to be on here. For whatever reason, he thinks I'm extraordinary. So thanks again. Appreciate it.
He says that you change lives. And I didn't know that posture was just something that was, I thought it was like a nice to have. But from my understanding, it's a necessity. Is that right, Mike?
It truly is. It's the foundation of our entire body. Right? Everything we do is really posture driven. We're on our phones. Again, we're in a technology driven society. We're on the podcast mic. We're on our computers like I am right now. And we're constantly there you go. Sit up straight. I love it. We're constantly rounded over and we're fighting gravity. So posture is a part of my life. It saved my life. And it's a part of what I do every day. I love inspiring people and just motivating them and empowering them to work on their own posture.
Well, it saved your life. That seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, let's dive in there. How did this save your life?
Okay, so being an athlete my entire life led to several injuries, which led to 3 to 4 surgeries I had. That started at the knee. I had knee surgery, then I had hip surgery, then I had shoulder surgery, and I was stuck in debilitating pain. I tried all the different modalities. Nothing was working for me. I tried physical therapy, chiropractor, acupuncture, other interventions, massage. And unfortunately, I was stuck in debilitating pain with no hope. And it led me to, become suicidal, and I didn't have any options. So I had to take matters into my own hands. And at the time, all these interventions and other modalities cost me to be in debt as well. So I was in a lot of debt, but that wasn't the issue. I was willing to throw money at anything that would help get me out of the pain I was in. I was really suffering on such a high level. I didn't even think you can really get to this place, this dark place. So it led me to take matters into my own hands and stop putting these people on pedestals, like these physicians. No one could help me. Again, they just wanted to do more surgeries on me. So I took matters into my own hands and I started researching the human body, and I came across posture and alignment. And as soon as I did some basic research about the human body, of what it looks like, and that's why, Forbes, I got this right behind me right here, because when I found out the body should look like this, in a perfect world, and I've never seen this in all my years doing this, the loading joints, the shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles would stack on a vertical and horizontal axis. From the side view, your ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle should stack on a vertical axis. Most of us, our heads, our ear goes in front of the line, and then the shoulders and the rest follow. The weight distribution, everything shifts forward. And then the mechanism, the body, is fighting to stand up straight. So as soon as I saw this right here, this design, the light bulb went on, and I dedicated my entire life to this. No physician, no doctor at the highest levels ever showed me this picture right here. So to this day, that's why I always like having this in the background, because it's something that's so simple that I think we became so far away from with all these complicated modalities. But getting back to this design truly saved my life. So in a nutshell, that's basically it.
Wow, that's an incredible story. I don't think it's a surface level question, but I gotta know, what were these sports, man?
That's what I was gonna ask. What were you playing?
Yeah. So a great question. I grew up an adrenaline junkie. I mean, you name it, I did it. From cliff jumping to skateboarding to baseball to surfing, breakdancing. I did it all. And it left me with several, a few surgeries I had to get done. I would say it was all worth it because the lessons I learned and the place I'm in now, I don't take lightly. And now I can relate and be sincere and compassionate to people suffering at the highest level, to where I don't take it lightly. And I think what makes the best for a healer, a therapist, someone that can help others, who's been there, that can actually relate to the type of pain that they're going through. So
Yeah, someone who's been there. I mean,
Yeah.
that makes so
yes.
much sense. Yeah.
Relatability is a key on any platform. And
Mhm.
I think that you do that obviously well. I mean, going through something so traumatic as all of those surgeries, getting to such a dark place in your life, something that me and Forbes both understand very well. It's just absolutely incredible what you've built from all of that.
Mhm.
And so, what's your mindset when you wake up in the morning now?
Mm.
Oh, the mindset is, how am I going to get my voice to the highest level to reach out and
Yeah.
impact and touch as many people as possible that are suffering in this world? Because there's endless. Everyone around us is going to drop like flies. It's just a matter of time. They're building up these dysfunctional bodies,
Mm,
and that's going to lead to chronic pain. And even if you're not in pain, you think you feel good. You don't really know what feeling good feels like. More
right.
balanced, more centered.
And I know that you are really big about listening to your body.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
what does that look like? How do I listen to my body?
Christine, you're asking all the right questions. So, the universal language of the human body is pain. It
Mm.
speaks to us through pain. We don't want to fear it, but we want to
Mhm.
understand it. So instead of working through pain like a lot of other modalities do, that can create an inflammatory response and light up the nervous system for
Mhm.
quite some time, which happened to me. I was pushing through pain, watching other modalities, and I thought that's how you get to a place of where you can be pain free, but that wasn't the case. So, pain you want to listen to and you want to respect it. So, you don't want to work through pain. The body you needs to be gently coaxed into different positions, not aggressively forced. So, when the
Gentle
body
love.
speaks to us through pain, when the body speaks to us through pain, it doesn't mean necessarily something's wrong, but it's a signal that we need to address something maybe before it gets worse. It's like a check engine light in a car.
Mhm.
Maintenance is due. It doesn't mean that the car engine is failing instantly. It's saying we need to address this issue before it gets worse.
Well, so I know that you don't really know me very well yet,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna ask you. I play men's beer league hockey. I played
nice.
last night at like 10:30. What is the signal that my back hurts when I wake up in the morning? Like,
Well,
what is that?
well, first, are you drinking beer on the ice? I mean, how does that
Yeah,
work? Okay,
yeah,
He
so
is.
first, alcohol can inflame the body. I mean, you
sure.
don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand that. But also, it's not the beer hockey that's causing the back pain. It's not the sleeping when you wake up that's causing the back pain. It's a compromised, misaligned body you're bringing to an event, and it just happened to be some beer hockey, right? So if
Mhm.
Mm,
you're not looking like this or in close to this, any event you bring a compromised body to, a body that's out of alignment, that has a built up dysfunction over 20 years of maybe, whatever profession you were in, whether it's answering a phone, your shoulders can elevate over 20 years. The body is a living organism and it's constantly adapting to different positions that we're in. Whether you're rotational sport and you're playing golf and twisting and building up one side of your body, whether you're cool driving a car, maybe a truck driver with one hand on the steering wheel, this is all going to contribute to the
Yeah.
misalignments that you're experiencing. Asomatic positions, being in sedentary positions. This is going to take us away from this perfect design. So now, when you take a body that's out of alignment and you go play some beer hockey, which is great, you're going to experience some back pain, but it's not beer hockey's fault. It's the body you bring to the event.
it's the body I brought to the event.
So it's your
Okay,
fault.
it's on
It's
me.
your fault for
It's
Yeah.
on me
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
So it sounds like this isn't just for athletes or extreme sport junkies like
No.
you. It sounds like this is kind of for everyone. Is that right?
For everyone. And now I'm seeing it with kids at younger and younger ages. Again, with the technology driven society we're in, being on podcast mics and these cell phones, we're looking down. And now I see it in the younger generation having something called tech neck at 13, 14 years old. It's very sad. And, it's really only the start of this posture movement. So I want to educate people and provide tools where that they can manage their own bodies the rest of their life. They can be the healers. Everything comes from within. They don't need anybody else. And most people, Forbes, I would say everybody knows more about their body than me, than you, than any doctor, than anybody else. So it's to
Uh,
empower them that they have everything they need to heal their own bodies, and they don't need to get in tons of debt to do so or try every single modality out there to do so.
mm, okay. I love it. Well, I appreciate the I don't know how to say. I guess permission that you give me to be in charge of my own body. I think
Yeah.
that that's probably an important thing, and that sounds like something that you had to fight for.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I tried all the other modalities, and as soon as I got my body through gentle corrective exercises back to this position or closer to it, I experienced a life that's pain free with no limitations. I feel like a millionaire, and I'm not a millionaire.
Mm, mhm.
It's
So
true. I work with people. I work with people at a high level that are billionaires, and a lot of them would give up all the money they had to get out of the pain they were in.
Hmm.
It's truly priceless.
mm,
So I
mhm,
Health is
realized
everything.
working at the ground floor in a clinic at Newport Beach, Fashion Island area, I realized how valuable this skill set was and how the whole world needed to hear about it. And that's what drove me this entire time and still drives me to this day.
mm, mhm.
Your drive is something incredible.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary, in
Yeah.
fact.
So
I feel like it's bigger than me at this point. It started, it's kind of about me, but it became way bigger than me at this point, and I owe it to everybody out there to keep moving forward and getting my voice out there, just to try to help people. It's as simple as that.
mhm.
Yeah, well, and what I notice as well is that when I walk into a room and I have my back
Yeah,
straight, I have more confidence. So it's almost like an energetic thing. Would you
Mm,
agree?
100%. Not only will your confidence go up, the way you move, your
Yeah.
functional mobility, your balance, every system of the body is energized through motion. So your digestive system will
Mhm.
improve because you're not rounded over, squashing all your internal organs. It's 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 endless, really.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
think about it, every system is energized through motion, and if your body's not moving correctly, nothing's going to flow at an optimal level. Lymphatic
mm.
system, cardiovascular system, you name it. So
So what are some of these things that you're known for to helping people fix posture? I mean, it seems something that seems simple enough, like,
yeah,
but it's hard to remember to sit up straight.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming that's
yeah,
not just what you do, you know.
no,
So,
no.
how do you help people?
Okay. First, Forbes, when I tell people that I specialize in posture, the first thing they do is pull their shoulders back and sit up straight, right? I saw you do it, Forbes, right when we got started. I don't want to say anything, but so
You
that's
didn't want to say anything.
yeah. So that's not how you fix your posture. Quite frankly, that can be unmanageable and uncomfortable and actually lead to a little bit of irritation as well, because again, the body doesn't like being forced into positions.
Mm.
And what's happening with posture is it's not just what's going on at the head, neck, and shoulders, the upper one third of the body, but it's really what's happening throughout the entire body from head to toe. Just to kind of paint you guys a picture, your feet could be pointed outward, duck
Mm,
feet. They could be
mhm,
pointed inwards, pigeon toed. Your knees can be collapsing inwards, knock knees,
Mhm.
valgus knee stress. They can be outwards, bow legged, varus knee stress. Your hips and pelvis can be twisted, can be tilted anteriorly, posteriorly, can be elevated, depressed. The shoulders can be elevated, depressed. It's like a seesaw. When one goes up, the other one goes down. And
Mhm.
then most of us, it comes with the rounding forward, internal rotation, and then the head moves into the forward position as well. So posture is so much more just what's happening at the head, neck, and shoulders, but throughout the whole body. And the way you actually can fix this is by feeding your body the right stimulus through corrective, gentle exercises, and the body will adapt very fast. You'll see and feel results instantly because it's craving the stimulus.
mm,
So a signature position that I give most of everybody I work with is they just simply can use any household items, which is the best part. I don't want anything from anyone. You don't need to sign up on my app. You don't need to buy any product from me. You don't need to do, I don't want anything from you other than
Yeah.
to grab a couple household items. One of them can be a chair, a bed. Everyone's got these type of tools at their house, a bench. Lie on the floor, elevate your legs at 90 degrees, hands out to your sides, and take deep diaphragmatic breaths into the
Mm.
belly. That position, I actually had Damon in that position, and it works wonders for his posture. It removes rotation in the body using
Mhm.
gravity and the floor. We now created a horizontal gravity load, so gravity works with us instead of against us. It's a
Mm.
gentle, organic way to align the body, again, by simply using gravity and the floor. It could be all done with household items, which is the most beautiful thing. And you can do this every single day. You can watch a movie in this position. You can read a
Mhm.
book in this position. It's money in the bank. So I would
Mm.
say that position is one of the go-to positions. But the cool part about this therapy is that the individual drives the therapy. There's no
Mhm.
preset protocols in place for XYZ that has knee pain, right? Everyone's got knee pain, but I haven't seen yours. Everyone's special in their own way. So what that looks like, Forbes, would be what position feels the best?
Mm.
Standing, sitting, lying down. According to
Mhm.
what they answer, oh, lying down feels the best. All the therapy will be delivered in the lying down
Mm.
position.
Mhm. So I'm curious. Christine and I we're storytellers, right? And a big thing that we help people do is we help people rewrite their story of their past to make sense of things like trauma or different things that happen to them and rewrite it so that it's in a place to serve them. It kind of sounds like you're telling us that the body has a story. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. You can tell by looking at someone typically the story of what they've been doing, maybe for a profession. Let me give you
Mhm.
an example. A horseback rider, someone who rides horses, their legs are wrapped around a horse so they can
Mm.
develop something called bow legs. Again,
Mm.
the body is a living organism and is adapting to these positions that we're in every day.
That makes sense.
So a lot of the, yeah, go for it.
No, go ahead.
A lot of the time, you can see what people's professions are, what they've been up to. Have they been sitting down in a static, sedentary position for 20 years on end? You can see the tight hip flexors, the way they move. They don't move correctly from a biomechanical standpoint. And all that means, just a big word, all that means is do your arms swing evenly when you walk? Is your heel striking the ground and then the ball and toe striking the ground? Where is the weight distribution? Is it shifted outwards? Is it shifted inwards? So that's what it means to move correctly. And when the joints are out of alignment and they don't look like this skeletal system, this wears down the protective connective tissue that sits in between the joints, leading
Mm.
to irritation, inflammation, and arthritis. So it's not a question of if you're going to get in pain. It's just a matter of time. When you're not in alignment, you're just wearing down the body. And some people, for me, it happened earlier in life, having to recover from all these surgeries. It left me crooked, you would say, out of alignment, and it doesn't just
Mhm.
fix itself. Some people, it happens at 80 years old, and they become a hunchback and develop something called kyphosis.
Mhm.
So it can show up differently in everybody's lives, but it's just a matter of time,
Mm.
unless you get back to this design. All these other modalities, everybody's doing cold plunges, massage,
Yeah.
everything. They're great. And if you get your body in alignment, it's only going to complement those other modalities and make their job easier. Even if you have to go and get an intervention like surgery, it's only going to make your surgeon's job easier, operating on a well aligned, adjusted body.
So, are you saying that you could tell just from our posture when we got on this podcast on our show that you could tell we were writers? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's really like very common. Everybody's sitting down for a
Yeah.
big part of their day, whether you're driving, writing, XYZ, right? And no one's standing, moving all day long. So most of us, again, are just stuck in these positions, and that causes the hip flexors which the psoas, PSOAS, which is the primary hip flexor. They call this the emotional muscle. Everything I do is based around the psoas muscle. It's the only muscle that connects the lower half of the body and the upper half of the body. It starts at the inner part of the thigh, the medial part of the femur, runs through the abdominal wall and connects to the back of the spine at the T12. That's why a lot of us, when we're sitting down all day or when you're waking up in the morning in bed, a lot of us get up and then our low backs hurt because that muscle is essentially locked up and tight and shortened, throwing off the entire body. It's directly connected to the pelvis, and the pelvis is the platform that the spine sits on. The position of the pelvis is going to have a reaction up the spine dictating your upper body posture. So everything really starts at the hips and the pelvis. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate to what I do, because it focuses on something called the kinetic chain. So what that means is if I took someone's head and I shook it, if I shook his head here, the feet would shake as well, because
Mhm.
everything's connected. The kids that used to sing that song, they were geniuses, right? The hip
Yeah.
bone's connected to the knee bone. Everything's
Mhm.
connected. And I think with Western medicine, they got away from that. Aside from preventative measures, they got away from the kinetic chain where they just focus on the site of the pain, which usually isn't the root cause.
So that brings up a good question. I mean, of the people you see, are they proactive? Are they reactive? And like, what would you say to our listeners right now who might be listening to this? I wonder how many listeners stood up while you were talking.
Yeah, right.
But
Or pulled their shoulders back and then heard what
Yeah.
I said and then right away realized that's not the way to fix your posture. Um,
mm,
so I would just say to the audience, I mean, first, I would just say you're going to be okay, right? If you're suffering in pain right now, most of the time you weren't in a catastrophic event. You don't have a birth defect. You don't have any fractures. You're just bent and need to be straightened out. So everything's going to be okay. So let's calm down, calm the nervous system down, calm the entire, it's all calm down. Everything's going to be fine. And then second, I would say, it's like brushing your teeth in the morning. You brush your teeth and floss to prevent cavities. So you can include a couple gentle posture corrective exercises in the morning so that you don't get cavities, you don't experience chronic pain in the
Mhm.
future. You take that preventative work. So it's something that you can just simply, you're making a cup of coffee, you can do a few gentle corrective exercises. None of these will make you sweat. None of them are going to break down or tear any muscle. It's a lot of just gentle positional static exercises to straighten out so that you go about your day on a well-aligned, balanced body. I like to tell people you want to straighten before you strengthen so that you're building on top of your solid foundation. You're not cementing and compounding on top of misalignments. If you go to the gym and you've been working all day like me, and you go to the gym and your shoulders look like this, you're going to be just building on top of these misalignments, and eventually something's going to go. The body's going to speak to you.
The body's going to speak to you. It always does.
It
Now, do
always
you
does.
ever work on women who are pregnant?
Yeah.
Because I know I was pregnant twice, and the biggest thing was like feeling like the babies were in my ribs,
Yes.
always having to straighten up. Like, do you deal with a lot of pregnant women?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very common thing, and I would say um, more than anything, because when you can get the hips and pelvis back into alignment, it creates a clear airway for the canal, for the birth. So it
Mhm.
can prevent C-sections and several other things by just getting your hips and pelvis back into alignment before delivery. Because if the airway is compromised because the hips are rotated, twisted, you're not
Mhm.
going to have the best chance to have a healthy birth. So.
mm.
Yeah, it sounds like the spine and your posture pretty much is the key to all.
Absolutely. Again, I'm so passionate about what I do because it
Yeah.
saved my life. It really, truly is. And everything is connected: mental, physical, and emotional. You could go through something, some trauma in your life, and it can lock up your psoas muscle and
Mhm.
actually throw your back out.
Oh.
And they write books on this. This is spiritual, mental, and emotional stuff. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
Everything truly is connected. And connecting your past to your
yeah.
present. What's in the future for you? I mean, you have such big aspirations. I want to know what's good, what Mike's going to do next.
It's just really trying to what's in front of me. I try not to get too grand with this whole thing. I really try to just stay as humble and grounded as possible, and work with individuals, because again, every people are suffering and they need attention.
Mhm.
Scaling a business sometimes can dilute what your goal was. So obviously you want to scale and get the word out there, but you also want to deliver that highest level of therapy and quality, and you want to be able to put that time into people. So I look at it as I want to help individuals in front of me.
Mhm.
And as it continues to grow, that's just, I guess you would say, a byproduct of it just growing. But it's not like I need to be the biggest, the best, make the most money. It's not what I got into this for. I didn't really even know you could be known for posture when I got into
Mhm.
this. So yeah, that's basically it. It's just really just continuing to just deliver quality therapy to people that I see in front of me, and individuals online.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Well, what I think makes you so extraordinary is the fact that you just want to help because you've been in a position where, life sucked and you
Yes.
just want to help people now. I love that so much. And it shows through your work. That's why you're known as Mike the Posture Guy, you
Yeah.
know?
I really appreciate that. And if I was doing this before in the dark alone, just to work on
Yeah.
my own posture, I would go right back to doing that. This is all just a bonus, that I'm able to do it for a living. It's great. But what I really get out of this is when I make someone, feel good or get out of the 30 years of pain that they were in.
Yeah.
That is why it reminds me of why I'm doing all this. So, and I see grown men cry after they get out of back pain. 20 years they've tried all these modalities and lost all hope. That's really reminds me of why I'm doing all this. Or I get somebody that even sends an email that cancels my app that says I got out of pain. I got the
Yeah.
tools now. I don't need it. That means a lot to me. Even though they canceled, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's really
That's
just
the
about getting
goal,
people out of
right?
pain. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'm curious, what parallels does the body and like chronic pain or needing to work on it? What parallels does that have to your entrepreneurship journey? I mean, being an entrepreneur is not easy. Growing your
Yeah.
business to what you've grown it to, I'm sure that was took a lot of adjustments, right? Like,
Yes.
what are the parallels that you've seen in your work and in what you do?
Oh, another great question. I don't think I've ever been asked before. So building the whole business, it was tough. I was, alone in the dark building something up. I don't think anybody knew or believed in, but they shouldn't have, because,
Mhm.
I'm just this guy just on his computer trying to build something up. And the driver for that again was, it was something beyond me. I had something that I just wanted to share and get out there. And with this relentless work ethic I had behind me, and it didn't matter if money was coming in or not. I think that was a big part of it
Mhm.
too. It was just doing something, I guess you call it, on sweat equity through my hard work, building something up. And that, I think, separated me from a lot of other individuals who just want to get paid right out of the gate for whatever reason.
Mm,
So that wasn't a big motivator for me. So I think I had an advantage there. But also, the pain was a driver. And it is a driver to this day
Mhm.
for a lot of people to go seek out modalities. They don't, a lot of the time, go get help unless they're in pain, right? High profile clients I deal with, they understand the importance of posture and have the money. So a lot of them, when they're not in pain, they want to take care of their posture. But most of the time, people are motivated through pain. When they're in pain, then they want the exercises. Then they actually want to seek out different modalities and try different things to get out of this pain. So for me, I think the pain did, it was the biggest blessing I ever had. Um, yeah. And it really drove me to do what I do.
mm. I really appreciate your mindset on that. That the pain was the biggest blessing you had because it was a turning point for
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
and just the mindset that you possess is invaluable.
And so, something that a red thread that's emerged in these extraordinary stories of extraordinary people is we found that all extraordinary people are driven by curiosity. So, Mike, what are you curious about?
I started becoming just obsessed with the human body and the curiosity of where you can take it to and how you can feel, and how, me being a billboard for being pain free, and my story of how many people I can spread out to and touch.
Mhm.
So my curiosity is just with how much better can I feel? How much better can I move? How much better can I live? Living a life with no limitations, I don't take lightly. This is truly the fountain of youth. I got
Mm,
my youth stolen away from me at a young age. 21, I was already experiencing all these different massive problems. They wanted to do a whole hip replacement on me, and then I would have lost all the quality of my entire life. So I lived in a box and I was scared of pain. I was scared to go out and really live
Mhm.
the majority of my life. So now that
Mm.
I'm in a place where I can, touch every, other people that inspire them in any way I can and just let them know it's going to be all right. That's typically why I do this still. So
Well, a full circle moment back to something you said earlier in the podcast was a lot of us don't even know what living good feels like.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, a lot of us subconsciously the body is really really smart, and without
Mhm.
us knowing it, it's fighting to just stand up straight. We don't even notice we're off balance. Forbes, if I gave you a balance test, all you would do is stand up, close your eyes, and then you would tell me where the weight distribution is. Is it on the right side, the left side? Is it towards the front of your feet, the back of your feet? So simply just by restoring and resetting the body back into alignment will improve balance and functional mobility. And even just they say that the number one when you wake up in the morning, a huge dictator of how you feel and how you treat others is if you're in pain. If you wake up in the morning and, like you said, your back's talking to you, you're going to go about your day with that nasty attitude because you're in pain. So it can not only get you out of pain, but also the way you treat others. It can
Mhm.
Mm.
impact everything. Like with me, I was miserable. I couldn't even have a conversation. I was in so much pain. I just was thinking about the radiating pain.
Yeah.
So now it can allow you to be more present in conversations and move better and know that you're going to be okay and you have the tools. If something came up and you're like Forbes, you wake up with a little bit of back pain, you have the tools in your tool set that you can just get out of pain instantly and not have to spend money or rely on anybody else that you put on a pedestal, a doctor, whatever. Most of these people don't know how to manage their own bodies, and now became my clients.
Mm. So, I mean, I don't, maybe you know this about yourself, but you come off and you are just super happy, super positive, super chipper. And you're saying that that's just because you're just actually maintaining your posture, that that's
Yep.
how that bleeds through?
Yep. 100%. It's because I'm pain free right now and I could be my authentic self without putting on an act for you guys.
Oh, I
This
love
is who I
that.
am. And again, I had to go to hell and back to get this gift that I want to share with the whole world. If that's what it took, like I'm happy to pay that price to be in this position.
Mm. Mike did it for us so that he could help you straighten. He can help straighten you out.
Yeah,
Right.
Mike,
exactly.
a piece of advice, a question we ask everyone on this podcast is, if you had a piece of advice that you could give to our listeners today, what would it be?
Believe in yourself when no one else does.
Mm,
Mm. Believe in yourself when no one else does. I love it.
that's a job.
Yeah,
Mm.
you'll be
Mhm.
going alone through your journey in life, and there's a bigger picture for you. The hardships you're experiencing, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, it's truly a gift, and
Yeah.
you'll look back and realize that.
Mm. It is truly a gift,
Well,
man.
Mike, you are a gift to the
For
world.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Christine.
Thank you for being a part of Extraordinary. You can
Yeah,
read more about Posture Guy Mike at joinextraordinary.com. That's joinextraordinary.com. We're gonna have a lot more conversations with Posture Guy
Oh
Mike.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. As
absolutely. I would
always,
love to do this again.
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm Forbes Shannon,
I'm Christine Butler.
Posture
I'm
Guy
Posture
Mike.
Guy Mike.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and we will see you all next time.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys.